Now by Daniel Velez. He is the regional spokesperson for the Transportation Security Administration, and they have seen a concerning increase in the number of guns that they've detected at airports. And Daniel, a lot of those guns being detected not only at Atlanta but in the Albany airport. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we've seen an increase in firearms throughout the country over the past 4 or 5 years, not including 2020, which was the COVID year. And yeah, it's a disturbing trend. Unfortunately, the amount of firearms that we detect keeps increasing, even in small airports like ABY, where we saw 5 last year. So far this year, we haven't seen one come through ABY yet, but Atlanta already this year has 31 firearms detected. So that's 1 per day. It's a little bit below, what we've seen in the past. Hopefully that trend continues.
Why do you think people are being detected with these guns? Do you think, obviously a lot of people tell you they just forgot. Is that a concern? Do you have to think about everyone like that?
Yeah, we're always concerned. If you're a responsible gun owner, forgetting that you have a firearm in your backpack or your carry-on bag is a little disturbing. But yeah, we're seeing more and more people come through the security checkpoints with firearms. And, to be honest, TSA is not against people flying with firearms. There just happens to be rules and procedures that you have to follow. You can travel with a firearm, but it has to be in your checked bag.
So what happens to the people when you catch them?
So a lot of that depends on the state laws. The first thing that we do once we detect, one of our officers detects a firearm, is they will immediately notify their supervisory transportation security officer, who comes over, verifies that it is a firearm. They then call local law enforcement, whoever that happens to be for that particular airport. And then from there, it's up to local law enforcement. But what I can tell you with TSA is we will fine each individual that comes through the security checkpoint. And those fines vary whether or not the person has been he's had multiple incidents, whether or not the firearm was loaded, but it can be up to $15,000 that TSA will fine that individual. They will also lose their TSA pre-check privileges for 5 years if they have TSA pre-check.
Daniel Velez with the Transportation Security Administration. Thank you very much for this advice. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.